Welcome to the Wokem Universe, my self-created universe for fans of Marvel, DC, and so much more. My name is Wokem, and I'm here to talk about Phase 4 of the MCU. In case you missed it, the fourth Thor movie, Thor: Love and Thunder, came out in the beginning of July, and it fueled more fears from fans about where the MCU is going for its fourth phase. The latest Thor movie was predicted to be an instant hit, but instead it ended up being incredibly split amongst fans and critics who are starting to question if the MCU is in danger. Those who are already worried about the projection of Phase 4 are even more worried after seeing Love and Thunder. Generally speaking, fans haven't been too pleased with the movies produced in the MCU since Avengers Endgame. Phase 4 seems lost without an overarching storyline like there was with the Infinity Saga. The movies we have seen so far are largely standalone movies, which is fine and well, but fans still feel confused about what exactly is being set up. Fans feel like they are getting little snippets of the MCU, but are having trouble piecing everything together to create a whole picture. In actuality, the MCU has spent the most time on Phase 4. All the content that has been released during Phase 4 in 2021 alone is more content than all of Phase 3, which arguably had a much clearer and overall better storyline. Obviously, this is larger due to the Disney Plus series, but still, fans are getting worried about where exactly the MCU is going. It's possible that Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame is the reason why MCU's Phase 4 has been so lackluster. It was a huge story arc with so many characters jammed into it that now Phase 4 seems more disconnected than ever before. If anything, the last two Avengers movies ruined Marvel's traditional way of introducing new superheroes. It feels like we went from an incredibly connected MCU to one of old with more solo hero outings. Kevin Feige addressed concerns of Phase 4 by saying, "As we're nearing the end of Phase 4, I think people will start to see where this next saga is going. I think there have been many clues already, that are at least apparent to me, of where this whole saga is going, but we'll be a little more direct about that in the coming months to set a plan so audiences who want to see the bigger picture can see a tiny bit more of the roadmap." Hopefully some of his promises will come to fruition soon to satisfy MCU fans who are desperate for a better sense of direction from the MCU. With that all said, I don't think it can all be blamed on the success of the last two Avengers movies. Some people are claiming the MCU is beginning to create superhero fatigue, which I also disagree with. I think the biggest issue that we're seeing with Phase 4 is bad writing and strange creative decisions. Phase 4 has created cracks in its foundation that are seemingly minor, but are troublesome for future MCU outings. In my eyes, the only exception to this was Spider-Man No Way Home. Black Widow felt out of place and more like a money grab than anything else, while Eternals was a bit of a hot mess as well. The only thing that seems to be grounded in the MCU are the Disney Plus series, which have exceeded all expectations. Now, I'm a sucker for a good superhero origin, so I don't need an overarching storyline like we've seen before, but I'm siding with the fans who feel like something is largely missing from the latest MCU movies. It feels like we've been getting teased for what's to come, but not focusing on what's in front of us. I, for one, freaked out when I saw Mr. Fantastic and Professor X make their debut in the MCU, but was heartbroken that they were killed off in mere minutes. I think that's the best way to summarize Phase 4 so far. It's a tease for what's to come without fully completing their current storylines. Sound off in the comments to let me know what you think of Phase 4 so far, and also let me know if you have any predictions for what's to come. If you made it this far in the video, please hit that like button, and while you're pressing buttons, go ahead and subscribe too. I hope to see you all in the Wokem Universe again soon. Peace.